Hello.
But like now you don't know whether or not that happened. We could all just
Exactly.
be
It's
gents
a
about it.
Schrodinger's mute. I've been there before.
Schrodinger's mute.
So, Indira, you come sauntering up to the ring. The person who is attending it, clearly an older warrior. When you see, it's sometimes hard to tell when an elf is older, but you can tell just from the way this person is sitting. They're like sitting cross-legged, but like leaning back against a thing of wood as well, with an old sword like resting. And they're kind of wearing something that sort of resembles a kimono in a sort of relaxed but looping fabrics. And he kind of calls out as like, "Ah, a usurper has come to take your win from you." And like the crowd kind of laughs a little bit.
She would roll her eyes and she'd look at Gillen and be like, "Kiss for good luck," and walk away.
He makes that
I don't
face.
like that face.
Do you have too much of a sour candy?
Okay. I went to go make coffee. There was no coffee, so I made hot chocolate, which is coffee's cousin. But foolishly, I put 2 sweeteners in it because I was going to make tea, and then I thought, I'll make hot chocolate instead. So now this hot chocolate is ridiculously sweet. It's like I just licked the Candyman's cock. Everybody in the stream. It's horrible.
I think I know some people who would want to have something that sugary.
You should have. You should
I thought you were
have.
gonna say the Candyman's cock.
Yeah, so did I.
I also
so did
know
I.
some people who want.
I feel like you should have just had tea, but really, two sweeteners in tea. You've gone down in my estimate.
But I put I go bloop with milk. Super dark tea, but with 2 sweeteners.
I don't.
Well,
like
let's talk
sweeteners,
about
but I
something else
like-
super dark. Indira. The crowd is getting riled up. It's not like they're like laughing because they find like the host is kind of playing it up and you can tell maybe he's like gonna pause and maybe say something, maybe a little sexist or some such. But it's like, you look capable. You want to spar? You want to join in? There's money to be won.
Oh, I can't wait to spar.
Well, absolutely. You wait like for the current little bout to go on, and as it ends, he's like, "Okay, you know the rules, everyone. Winner stays on. Winnings for each round you win. We have a dark elf temptress who's come to beat all of you senseless." People laugh and things like that. Imagine like this. It's like glow. It's like the elven fern of fucking glow. Let me find the rules for pit fighting real quick. I'm gonna do a very simplified version of it, because one of the downtime things you can do in periods of downtime is make money off pit fighting. Okay, fair. I'm just gonna simplify it because it's, a festival and relaxed, to just an athletics check for each match. Winner stays on. You absolutely can rage and give yourself advantage on them. If you want.
Advantage, please. All right. So
Yeah, if anyone wants to bet, feel free.
Gil bet 5 already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's why I remembered.
So I imagine Serena would be like in a nearby canal, like with some people who are dressed as mermaids, just like chilling. And it's like, yes, 5 gold on the dark elf.
Fair. Awesome. Yeah, 5 gold seems to be the highest bet that's really going on here, which is also how much you win for each match. Which is a lot to most people. Alright, athletics with advantage if you want to rage. Yeah, the first guy you go up against is clearly expecting it to be what the rest of the sparring has been, mostly dodging, mostly sort of getting out of the way, and it's the first to bring someone down to the ground and pin them, really. It's almost quite literally like wrestling. It's just a very fast elven kind of wrestling.
With every win, she's going to look to Gilwin. Like, did I do good?
She just won.
Yeah, she wins with this one. The guy does not expect her to just barrel towards him and hold him down to the ground.
I will clap my hands and do that and inspire her.
Yes!
Give me another athletics.
Thanks, Diener.
The next one, they're like,
Why couldn't it have been like this when I was fighting Gil?
because you didn't want to hurt Gil, really. These
That's
are just
true.
random elves. The second person, the host, plays it up that you're doing really well, and the second person is clearly like a bit more of a fighter. There's even that Indiana Jones-esque thing where they do almost like monk-like poses for a few moments, very show-offy, and then they are crying a few seconds later as you pin them down to the ground and dislocate their arm and things like that. Another win, easy peasy. You use it now? Okay, fair. That's how the dice are gonna be.
I need money, so this is great.
Yeah,
To be totally
absolutely. And the thing that's great too is that the sparring you watched, they lasted a little while. They were elves dodging each other, a lot of patience. But you're just like, everyone who goes into the ring, shoulder barge down. You don't really play with your prey in this sort of situation. At this point now, a lot of people who maybe weren't interested in sparring before, like people who were clearly guards, but maybe in downtime and stuff like that, are like, well, alright, well, we're not going to be bested by a dark elf, are we? And things like that. And actually, you rile a lot more competition because the matches are going so quickly. Give me another.
I win 5 gold for each?
Yeah.
Or for the whole...
5 gold for each. Until you're beaded.
I wish I as soon as I said 5 gold, I thought I should have put all of my gold on her, but I didn't. I'm a fool.
I
me
mean,
another.
5 gold ain't much, is it? Off
No.
your total.
I'm not even gonna, describe these until you lose.
I'd like to use my inspiration.
1d8.
Okay. 1d8. You still win.
Awesome.
It's
okay.
It's at this point where you're starting to maybe run out of steam a little bit, but not enough to...
Well, this guy's been sitting there. He's watched you do 1, 2, 3, 4 other fights where you've just charged into them exactly the same way.
He
And
dodges.
he preps. He goes for the judo throw.
It's
but then you're
exact-
just too strong.
Yeah, it's exactly like freaking Zelda Twilight Princess. You gotta get them, throw them. Give me another. You win. This is gonna keep going for a while, I think. You do.
Gone for a wine, I think.
Keep going.
Again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not fun when there's no competition there,
There's
Gilwin.
another win. But the thing is about it is that the crowd is loving this because it's funny. It's funny how nearly effortlessly Indira is beating these people. Now, at this point, again, she is starting to sort of lag a little bit, raging for this much power. You've got rid of the mom strength to a degree. In fact, it would be easily out of your time for both rages that you have, because this has been taking place over periods of time.
Rip Doxy.
But yeah,
Goodbye.
but the crowd is really enjoying it, and people are playing up the fact that, especially after that play in this festival being one where you make fun of you play as the gods and make fun of all these situations. People are very much enjoying that this random dark elf came out of nowhere to beat the festivities. Give me another, no more advantage.
Oof. Okay.
What could go wrong?
That could go wrong.
They got a 20. It's exactly when you're just starting to tire out, your hair drifts back down from a sort of staticky energy around. This isn't they immediately tackle you and go down, but just you're slowed down enough that this person dances around you. And at this point, people who you're fighting actually know what they're doing because people wanted to beat you. So it's actually people who have a little bit of smarts and tactics. And they just kind of dance around you until you're tired enough that they can kind of get you at the back of the legs and pin you down. But you still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins.
35 gold, mother.
35 gold, and everyone who when you bet 5 gold, you get 2 gold for each of her wins. So
I
you
would
get 14 gold each.
once I got bested, I would stand up and be like, "Great fight," and shake hands, and
Yeah.
the ring would fade.
Absolutely.
She'd be impressed and respect him.
And this is very much one of these cultures where you are being respected for being so competent. People are offering to buy you drinks just because of how good. And people are like, "Where'd you learn to fight like that? I've never seen anyone fight like that," and stuff like that.
Be a woman, look like this, live on the sea.
Fair. I'm a bit confused by that mostly. What's the plan next? It's got pretty late by now with her sparring. It took up quite a chunk of time.
I would spend 10 gold on bottles of booze.
Okay. Good alcohol is 2 gold each. Bad alcohol is less. Just 10 gold of booze. Whatever.
5 bottles. 5 bottles of good ass booze.
Hell yeah. You can drink as many of those bottles as you want.
And I would find Gil.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, okay, we can go drink now.
Gil is already like a bottle down.
You did really well.
Thank you.
I mean,
She would try to link arms with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any problem with that. Wait, was Vale there? You were about to say something.
It is about.
there would have been sitting with you watching the fights.
Let's go get drunk. Maybe more dancing. I feel good today.
Good.
Okay, you find somewhere to sit, probably by the water, because Serena has found a canal and is very much enjoying it. And this is an elven city. The canals are clean. So, I mean, they're less clean today. It's a festival. But still. You find a little place there where where the like stairs go down, and there's a little step right by the canal that you can sit down and, drink up from your booze straight from the bottle, most likely, and drink away over the rest of the evening. Unless there's anything else you want to do, as the festival kind of... This is very much one of those festivals that does continue into the night, but with a very different kind of energy. The late night parts of these elven festivals are much more just, friends catching up, what's happened over the year, people standing in the street and talking.
Sorry. There's no, fireworks show once it's dark?
There's some, but it's not like a big thing. Some people who can do fireworks or have fireworks do little shows, absolutely. But mostly the fireworks stuff is for the kids, which would have gone off to trance by now.
Well, Indira didn't have much of a childhood, so she's enthralled, and she would look around to the others and be like, can we go watch? Do you want to go watch?
I looked to Vale.
Sure, you probably won't have much of a better view, but you can see the people casting the spells, I suppose.
Yeah, you can get right up beside him. Awesome. You go find a spot next to one of these illusionists casting fireworks into the sky. Now, to you guys, you've seen much more impressive magic, but to the everyday person, I mean, also it's beautiful colors. We're using illusion magic for fireworks is, to most people, especially in the city, why would they use powder for fireworks? It doesn't make any sense. They just use magic. But it's very simple magic to people like you. This mage could not stand any of you in a fight or anything like that, and Gilwyn could suck those fireworks out of the sky if he so wished with counterspell. But especially considering now most of the children have gone off to bed, the fireworks are a little more art than just color and light. He makes some shapes in the sky. Once he noticed how enthralled Indira is, the guy would make an Indira in the sky, but in light.
Oh my god, she would just die. She would just die. And also she would try to hold Gil's hand.
Actually, I'm noticing that Vale's a little moodier than usual. So I would have gone to go talk to him.
You go for the reach, and he's already got up.
Sit down next to him. You okay?
Yes, fine. Why wouldn't I be?
Because you've got a lot on your plate, and we've been distracted today.
It's all right. It's only my race's future. What does it matter against a festival, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Nonetheless, Indira appears to be enjoying herself with you.
Yeah, she does. She knows what this means to you. I think we all do. But we've been on the road and tracks for a long while. I think she just wanted to have some fun. But I should have.
No. Do not blame yourself, Gil. It's not really on you. It's not really on anyone. I don't blame you for wanting to stop off. It's just, like you say, it's a lot to be placed on someone's plate. I just can't help but wonder what we will find in that forest.
Honestly, I have no clue whatsoever.
You know, I usually do not believe in signs, but all this talk lately, usurper this, usurper that. What do the usurpers do? Live underground, rise up and attempt to usurp. The Sun Elves are weak. They've never been weaker. The Elondi forest is not particularly inhabited. High Elves, we're not so fond of, say, the forest as the Wood Elves are. But never mind. It's just a shadow on the mind. What do you think of the red?
It's nice. It's nice.
Yes, I stole many bottles when I was younger.
I bought 3 for the cat.
That is a very nice idea. I like it a lot. Maybe you should go and have a glass with Indira. She appears to be all alone.
Indira is, clapping and laughing at the illusionist.
No.
And
Serena would be nearby, but she's considerably less impressed by the illusionist. Like when he started like making Indira's face and such, like she might have been a little bit more impressed, but other than that, it's a bit.
He's making
dull.
light with his magic. Why would you want to do that?
Exactly, it doesn't make any sense.
Garish. It kind of hurts the eyes every time it flashes.
I think Indira would actually be like kind of slap shouldered, just looking up in wonder. Actually,
Yeah, that's way more accurate.
The
I
only
believe
we're
it.
laughing and clapping.
the only thing at one point, Indira would just hear the whisper across her mind of, "You're making progress with him. Well done."
Well,
She goes, "No, I'm not. Don't be stupid." And that's it.
in that case, Gil, like I say, we do not know what we will find, what will happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind what you want to do with Indira, or he doesn't make eye contact through this bit, or with anyone, but he downs his glass of wine, hands it over to Gilwyn. There's something I must do before I go to face my inevitable doom, probably in this place. And he strides off towards Indira. He would get to her, tap her on the shoulder, and
He would turn around.
when she turns, he will kiss her.
Oh, fuck.
Takes a little Thundrol red.
As a firework erupts behind the two silhouetted.
Oh god.
And then he stops and he doesn't say anything and he walks away.
That's exactly what happens.
She would just be like holding her mouth, and then she would look at Gil's face.
I don't think I would have seen. I would probably be pouring another drink.
You would not have watched him after he said there's something I need to do and he beelines it for Indira. You would not have watched that.
Oh, well, Vale's dramatic.
This is.
All right.
Indira is like, like, you didn't watch that?
I probably after drinking or like filling my glass, I would look at Indira to see if she's enjoying them still.
You'd find her looking at you holding her mouth. Right, Monstro.
I'd get up and walk over to her and be like,
Interesting.
A street cat shows up.
"Are you okay?"
I am okay. We need to talk.
All right.
We need to sit down and talk.
Okay. I'll lead her
Um,
back to where me and Vale was at. What's up?
So he just kissed me. He just kissed me out of nowhere, and there are a lot of things going on in my head right now. And
Vale just kissed you.
yeah, right, square on the mouth. Vale.
I can't help but grin the entire time. Okay. Continue.
I've been kicking around an idea. But there are a lot of complicated things happening between me and you, isn't there?
Sure.
I don't think that it would be right of me to not offer to produce children for Vale in a completely utilitarian way. But if that destroys any chance I have with you, then I can't do it. Cards on the table, Gil.
I didn't even know Sun Elves did the dibbity in that way.
He kisses like he does the dibbity.
He's never done the dibbity. Why are we calling it the Go man. Do what you want. I made my position clear on the boat like several months ago.
I know, but you're not going to... You can't tell me that you're never going to take a wife. You can't tell me that you're never going to reach out for a woman. You can't tell me that. And when you're ready to do that, I want to be that woman. And I think you want that too. But since I have the proper setup, I have the power to make a race continue. It feels like it's kind of a responsibility at that point, isn't it?
No. Are you implying that every woman with a womb has the responsibility to
No,
take
I'm
Vale's
saying
dingle
that
bang?
me, as somebody who cares about Vale and who doesn't want to see his race just end, if that's not what he wants. I mean, I haven't even brought it up to him yet, but I should offer it to him. I feel like I should offer to him to do this for him.
In the same way that you're so easy to separate the emotion from the actual act, I don't think he would with you.
So you don't think I should even offer?
Probably not.
Okay. And she would crack open a second bottle of the booze and then show her purse, like her bag, and there's like 3 more bottles in there. Be like, I got some for the cart. And
In that purse.
take a swig and pass it to him, and lean on him.
I need to go talk to him, and I'll like shrug you off and go talk to him.
I was going to say, actually, Serena has been watching Indira this whole time for fear of her starting that conversation. Serena, when Vale left, she thought, oh, there's nothing more is going to happen. Serena would have followed Vale. And that's why she didn't interrupt that conversation in any way, shape, or form. So Serena has followed Vale.
Where's Vale gone off to?
I think he'd head back towards the carriageway before, like, stepping out, like, because we're in a radia. It's easier to step into a nice glade. So he'd, like, step out away from the road.
Area lit by fireflies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Serena would have followed by Canal as far as she could, and then gets up and comes out and just... She doesn't go particularly close. She just enters the glade, probably like behind him, and just calls out, I may not be someone that you wish to talk to, particularly about...
He instantly stiffens and crosses his arms when he hears your voice.
Particularly about something like that, but if you wish to talk to the air, Vale, the air will listen.
What? You don't think this is stupid as well? You don't want to spit on this situation?
You clearly care for someone that I care about.
Yes. But she does not think of me in that way.
No, she does not. At least not at the moment, Hale.
Why did you even follow me? I have not been kind to you at all. I have been, as you say, sarcastic, aggressive, cruel even. I do not necessarily agree with how you act, but you have done nothing but help us realistically.
You know, I do not rightly know why I followed you, but I just felt seeing that scene, seeing what happened, I felt that it would be for the best if I did.
Vel would turn around, nodding. He's clearly got two wet lines running down his face.
You turn around and you see Gilwyn traipsing into the glade. Like, I'm still quite a bit of ways away.
He wipes his face straight away.
I shall make myself scarce, but know that if you ever wish to talk to the air again, the air will listen. And she'll cast Fly on herself and rise up.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I know.
No, because I imagine Gil is coming into the glade. Not
Yeah, exactly.
Looking up or anything.
Yeah,
so
no.
she's basically
And
like,
you are.
It's exit stage left for Serena.
You're a dark-skinned mermaid. You just disappear into the dark. I love it.
Yeah.
It's just very fun.
Hello, you brave sausage.
Well, I thought best to do it before I die.
You won't die. You can't die.
Well, we will see. My god has ignored my race for a very long time now. And now I'm called to go and investigate something strange.
Mm-hmm.
What better to rouse this unelven people to vengeance than the death of their youngest born son?
You think something dodgy is afoot?
I think whatever we will fight there, whatever we will see, is an enemy. And I think it is right to be fought. But I think that my people would be dismayed to hear that we are continuing no longer. And that in itself may make us continue.
Whatever is in that forest, whatever you need to do, whatever we realize you need to do, we're gonna do it. You're gonna do it, and you won't die. I promise.
I don't want anyone else to die either.
I'm not saying I'm gonna die for you. Fuck that.
Indira would though.
She'd die for that guy who's making fireworks.
But how can I take her knowing that? If I take her knowing that, then I am killing her. As good as.
Well, you either take her knowing that, or you demand that she doesn't come, and instead she'll just be 100 feet behind you instead of 10. You know she will follow.
You could ask her. She would listen to you.
No, she wouldn't.
If you told her that you do not want her to die because there's something you must say afterwards, then she would be safe.
I am smacking his Gilwyn right now as well. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
I know it's not right to lie. As he says lie, he looks. He's trying to read Gilwyn's expression to see whether or not that is a lie. He's not sure whether or not. But it would keep her safe, I feel.
So I lied to her. Okay. I lied to her. She doesn't come. We don't die. We come back.
She does come, but she will not doing anything silly. I'm worried that she would throw herself in the way of an arrow meant for you or me. I mean, maybe not so much you, but I mean, yes, she would, but maybe I am a bit more conflicted about her jumping in front of an arrow that would pierce your heart, you know?
Yeah. I would kill probably everybody in Jarviskjir for you, but I'm not going to break her heart for you. I'm not going to lie to her for you.
That's reasonable, you know. It was silly. I'm a bit drunk.
Everyone's having stupid fucking ideas tonight, and I put my hands on. Like, I assume we're under like a gazebo or something.
Yeah. Just like. All right.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? I'm down. Well, what other stupid ideas have you heard? Me kissing Indira.
Yeah, and Dara said maybe we should all get together and have an orgy. And I was like, no.
Did you say no, for sure?
Would you want me to go back and tell her yes?
No. But did you say no, full stop, or did you say no?
I said no and threw my wine glass on the ground and ran away.
That is very dramatic of you.
That part's not true.
Oh, right, yeah. Knew that.
You believe every single word I say.
No. No.
Vale, if it comes down to it, regardless of what we tell her to do, she will do what she wants to do. If it means you or I live. Or Serena lives. You know she will. So either she comes with us or she follows behind.
I guess she comes then. At least if she holds me while I'm dying, I might get another kiss.
A bloody, disgusting, deathy kiss.
Only for her. You know, it'll be like the kiss of death. Not really that funny, is it?
Nah.
No, I have no intention of dying, but you know, when your god says, oh, go to this place with only a select group of individuals who may or may not be insane, you know. Oh boy. Not you, you're not insane.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I do not think that's entirely true. You know, there have been several times where we have been role-playing, and I'm fairly certain I dropped the L-bomb.
Yeah, I was about 70% through the process of repressing those role-playing sessions.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough, but he, like, gives you a gentle punch on the shoulder. I do love you, though.
I love you too. How do you fuck?
Excuse me?
How do you make a the babies? And I do that with my hands.
I am sorry. Was that an attempt at my accent?
Yes.
Wow. I am sure you have done better than. Well, you know, I presume you just kind of, you know, take your thing and, well, you know, you just wiggle it around in there, and then you're done, and you know, I guess you go in trance, or you talk and say you love each other.
Depends on the person you're wiggling inside of.
How do you do it, Gilbert? I don't know. She's a pirate, of course. She's been with probably 600 people. Some of which non-consensual.
Probably.
She is a pirate.
Phil, I had no idea you didn't know. I was kind of asking just because I didn't know if Sun Elves had some...
It's not the sort of thing they teach in temple.
Good point. I don't know. I thought maybe...
Come to think of it, maybe this is why my race is dying out.
Because nobody knows.
That was a good joke, right?
It was better. It's your
I'm getting
race.
there.
I'm not offended. I didn't know if maybe two, like the mummy and daddy, pray really hard and a golden eagle drops a golden egg down and then 9 months later a little veil pops out. I have no idea.
Well, now that you mention it, there are some complex rituals that have to be performed, obviously, with prayer of thanks before and after. But that's kind of like a sun elf thing. I don't think that others would necessarily be down for that. Or like
we're gonna put a cut. This conversation, as with many of your conversations, is going to keep going forever until one of you goes to bed. So, why don't we take a quick break and then come back after festival times are done? Okay?
Okay.
Make
Sorry.
up the babies.